Jealousy is ruining my life. How does anyone deal with jealousy? I'm never enough, never doing enough, always wanting more, but never knowing how to achieve it. And even when I've tried, I've failed, and other people get the things I want. I know it sounds like a petulant child, but how do I not? How do I get past my past life that I really thought was for me? How do I move forward, always thinking someone else has what I want? I don't want to be jealous. I want to be happy for people. What is poison? He replied with a beautiful answer. Anything which is more than our necessity is poison. It may be power, wealth, hunger, ego, greed, laziness, love, ambition, hate, or anything. What is fear? Not acceptance of uncertainty. If we accept the uncertainty, it becomes adventure. What is envy? Non acceptance of good in others. If we accept that good, it becomes inspiration. What is anger? Non acceptance of things which are beyond our control. If we accept it, it becomes tolerance. What is hatred? Non acceptance of a person as he is. If we accept a person unconditionally, it becomes love. Ah, that's pretty nice. Posted this. This is the perfect opportunity to spin a negative emotion and frame it as opportunity. It is not going to be the thing, it's going to be the emotion tied to the thing. You want to be happy for other people. That's amazing. You have a huge heart. The next time you feel jealous, ask yourself number one, what do they have that is causing me to feel jealousy towards this person? What do they have that I want? Style, charisma, a BMW, happy family, etc. Number two, write it down. Number three, if it's a few things, just put one thing. Number four, keep peeling back the layers of why you want that thing and what it would mean to you. For example, steps one and two. Katie has a beautiful canoe. I'm so jealous I have a useless canoe. It's so shiny that people want to go on canoe trips with her and they're having so much fun. She seems to make friends effortlessly. That's great for her, but it makes me jealous. Steps three and four. Pick one thing. Her shiny green canoe. Why do I want a beautiful canoe? Because I want to go on canoe trips. Why do I want to go on canoe trips? Because I love adventures and outdoors. Why do I want to go on adventures outdoors? Because I've been isolated. Why have I been feeling isolated? Because I don't spend enough time with friends. Why don't I spend enough time with friends? Because I feel like I'm not a fun person and don't want them to be bored around me. This is a simplified answer, but do you see how peeling back the layers can help get a deeper meaning? Does this help? Try it and let us know. This is actually great advice. This was a second response to a comment where they asked him what to do next. Now, if you've established that you are not a fun person and don't want people to be bored around you, congratulations. You are now way more self aware than you were a moment ago. Next, you need to, number one, write down your goals for how to become a more fun person. What does it look like for you? How would you define that to be successful? What does it feel like for you? These are just examples of questions you should ask yourself when you're writing down your goals. Number two, make a plan. You aren't going to go from A to Z overnight, so you need to come up with small calls to action, CTAs, to reframe your mindset and become a more fun person, defined by step one. Step three, do the work. This is the hardest part, but it is a place where most people often get tied up because they have high expectations for the goals and they get frustrated when they don't feel like they're making progress. That's why it's essential to go back to step two and readjust your plan and break it down further into smaller and achievable CTAs. Step four, ask for help. You're already doing this. It's much easier to do it with guidance. You can read all the books, you can read all the Reddit posts, but you need to ask someone who you specifically would want to trade places with who emulate the quality you are trying to achieve. Be specific with your questions. Number five, keep going. The only way to go backwards is to stop. You're not going to feel like doing it every day, so readjust your goals for the day or take a break, but don't stop. Refer to step one when you need motivation. Constantly change step two when you hit roadblocks. Keep the questions coming. I'm happy to help. Look, the key to overcoming jealousy isn't suppressing it. It's redirecting that energy into self development while practicing radical acceptance of where you are right now. Instead of viewing others' success as personal failures, try using them as case studies. What specific steps did they take? What skills did they build? Then break down your own goals into smaller, actionable steps rather than getting overwhelmed by the end result. A practical tip that helped many is keeping a wins journal where you document your daily progress, no matter how small, which helps shift focus on what others have to your own growth. Remember, someone else's chapter 20 might look amazing, but you're comparing it to your chapter 5. Everyone's timeline is different, and that's perfectly okay. By the way, if you're a woman leader seeking to reconnect with purpose and authentic self, you might be interested in a virtual peer group focused on personal and professional growth. It's a supportive space designed to help women rediscover their passions, cultivate resilience, and lead to authenticity. Registration is currently open and slots are limited. For full details, please visit my profile's recent post. This is old, y'all, so just if anybody was interested, I'm sure they probably got something similar. If you go on Google and do a quick Google search, you could probably find something in your area. It's always about the grass being greener for me. While I may want someone else's status or financial position, do I want their problems? Do they want mine? Everything that happens to us in life usually comes down to a mindset. Do I want what they have without working for it? Do I want what they know so I can carve a path out for myself? Most people aren't willing to sacrifice today or tomorrow. Most aren't willing to work during their free time to gain more knowledge. Even few who gain the knowledge don't act on it. What people should really comment is the fact that you can learn, act, and earn off newly developed skills. If you put yourself on a path of accountability and learn a valuable skill, you will be on your way getting to be a better position in life. Once on that path, you need to be happy with your milestones along the way. If you can be happy with the little accomplishments, you will indefinitely be more happy when you reach your goals. I really hate to put it this way, but you have to get over yourself. You're carrying hollow expectations, which is a dangerous game. By hollow, I mean you've developed an expectation without understanding why or how it works. There are some hard truths in life that take time to come to grips with. Firstly, we don't discover anything. Everything you have is a privilege to some extent. Nature or fate or whatever you call it does not keep score or hand out prizes. Secondly, everyone must, at some point in their life, realize that nobody is coming to save them. You are the only person you can change. And I think that's important for you to find value in yourself foremost. Seeking external validation will not help improve your situation unless you put in the work to understand what is necessary in things. Desire is a necessary part of a person. Would any of the things you envy actually change you? If the answer is no, I don't think the solution to your problem is external. We all think we know what we want, yet we still desire the wrong things. Some have to learn the hard way over and over again, and I hope you will not have to go down that road. If you start asking the right questions, also, I think gratitude journal would be a great idea for you. So you could take some time to recognize and appreciate what you do have. I have one called Let That Shit Go by Monica Sweeney that helped me a great deal. I would highly recommend something like that. I really like that everybody is just so helpful. Jealousy can feel suffocating. Like no matter what you do, someone else is ahead. But the truth is, jealousy isn't about them. It's a sign that you want more for yourself. And it's actually a good thing. Instead of seeing this as weakness, try using it as a guide. What exactly are you jealous of? Is it success, love, confidence, whatever it is that your mind is telling you what you truly desire? Now, instead of focusing on what others have, Shift that energy into your own growth. And when that feeling creeps in, remind yourself their wins don't mean your losses. Life isn't a race. The more you focus on your own path, the less other people's achievements will sting. If you want to dig deeper, we actually have a great episode on turning envy into empowerment. It might help reframe things. You can break out of this cycle. It starts with shifting your perspective. And for those of you guys who want that link, I'm going to try to put it in my description. I don't know how to do that just yet, but I will try to copy and paste and see how that goes. I really struggle with jealousy too. I've been listening to some podcasts about it and got some great advice. Whenever you start to feel jealous of someone who has something you want, one common way to cope is to put them down in your mind, like thinking, this person only got promoted because they're friends with the manager, to make ourselves feel better. I know I definitely do. This is such a toxic way of thinking, and it not only isolates you from the person, I feel like it makes you an overall negative person and worsens your mental. One way I've been learning to help these feelings is whenever I start feeling jealous of someone, I think to myself, good on them. They must have done something right. It is such a simple phrase, but I find it really does put a positive spin on things and helps reduce feelings of jealousy. I only just started my journey of trying not to let jealousy ruin my life too, and you're not alone. See, the thing is, when you don't feel like you are somewhere where you want to be, or you see somebody maybe your age or that you went to high school with, or even your siblings, maybe a younger sibling who's more, doing better than you. That's why I wanted to include this, is because I'm seeing it more commonly now with social media and everybody in our face showing how good of lives that they have and stuff, and it can cause you to be envious. Where's my husband? Where's my kids? Where's my fancy car? Where's my house? Some of us grew up in the projects or the trailer park. Let's keep it real. We didn't have those luxuries in life, so we had to work harder. That makes it even more rewarding. When I look around, I try to be thankful for what I have. Yes, my house is not big. Yes, my car is regular, but I have a car. I have a home with air conditioning and heating and a washer and dryer. And those are so little when you have them until you don't. And I have to appreciate what I have. And I encourage you to do the same. Everything that glitters ain't gold, boo. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's very true. Just because it is shiny does not make it 14 carats. One of my favorite sayings I heard growing up was, everybody is fighting a battle you know nothing about. The point I'm trying to make is, be happy for what you have. Even if you don't feel like it's enough, it's enough. If you're not starving, if you're not being abused or hurt, if you have a roof over your head, if you have a car, you got a job, but you only make what, a few dollars an hour. So you have a job. You work that job until you get what you want. Things that we have that are worth the work are gonna take some work. If everything was easy, everybody would have everything, right? When you work for something, it's so much more rewarding to yourself. And remember, y'all, life is too short to get caught up in shenanigans. Enjoy it. Go outside. Get you some sun rays. Go listen to the birds chirp early in the morning. Like, I'm serious, y'all. Sunsets are the best. Some say sunrises. I don't know. I'm not an early bird. And when I am up that early, I dang sure not looking for the sun. I tell you what, just try to enjoy life. Try to be thankful for what you have. Don't compare yourself to folks. It is very damaging to yourself and it will not help. You are where you're supposed to be. And as long as you are constantly bettering yourself and not giving up on yourself, you're going to be all right. I promise you, you're going to be all right. And if you are trying something and no one's told you it, I'll tell you. I'm proud of you. And keep working on you, boo. Okay? And if you made it to the end of this, thank you so much. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day and God bless. And hey, don't be jealous of folks. Okay? You good enough. Fuck them.